A teen just typed a poem prompt and got a living, breathing version of a haunted city with twin suns and black stars. This is Models and Agents for Beginners, episode 142. Ethan Mollick took a short, creepy poem about a ruined city called Carcosa and asked an AI to turn the words into actual working code. The code creates an animated scene that runs in any browser, complete with twin suns sinking behind a lake, black stars rising, strange moons, and towers half underwater. Think of it like the world's most patient artist who can only use numbers and formulas instead of paint or brushes. The code decides the exact color of every single dot on the screen based on time, camera angle, and position. So the suns move, the water ripples, and the mist drifts exactly the way the poem describes. This matters because creative tools are getting easier for anyone to play with, even if you have never studied art or learned expensive software. Students who like writing stories, building game worlds, or making short films can now describe a mood in plain words and watch it come alive without months of training. Being good at describing what you want may become just as valuable as drawing it by hand in many future creative jobs. The shader runs in any modern browser, so you can see it right now without installing anything. Go to the site twiggle.app, paste the code from Mollick's post, and watch the scene for a full minute. Try moving the time slider if the site allows it, and notice how the whole mood shifts from day to night. Imagine your phone's weather app showing a tiny sun or cloud icon that moves across the screen. That icon is not a photograph. It is a tiny program that draws the shape fresh every time using math. Stretch that same idea much bigger. Instead of a simple sun, the program draws an entire sky, water, buildings, and moving mist. It checks the current time and camera angle, then calculates the exact color for every single dot on the screen. The same math that makes the twin suns glow also makes their light bounce off the water and fade into fog. When the code says, "Make this pixel darker because it is behind a tower," the tower appears without anyone ever drawing it by hand. That is what a shader is, a set of instructions that tells the computer how to paint the picture using only numbers and rules. The rules can include randomness, so the clouds never look exactly the same twice. Once you see it that way, the spooky city with black stars stops feeling like magic and starts feeling like really clever instructions that anyone can tweak. A robotics researcher recently showed one-shot learning in action. You show the robot a single example of a task, and it figures out how to repeat the action on its own. It works like watching someone tie a shoe once and then being able to tie your own shoes without further lessons. Once the robot learns one skill, it keeps that ability and can combine it with others, so useful behaviors stack up quickly over time. If you are curious about future jobs in engineering or automation, this kind of progress is worth watching. Search for one-shot learning robotics on YouTube to see short videos that show the idea in action. Someone else built a small online town where AI agents walk around, talk to each other, open businesses, and try to keep a simple economy running. Humans can only watch through a viewer page while the agents create avatars, visit a special house to report bugs, and even start playing music on an in-game radio station. It is like a digital ant farm, except the ants are language models trying to survive together. Go to parkerlambertsandbox.com/robotworld/view on any device and just watch the activity log in the corner. You will see the agent's conversations and decisions in real time without doing anything else. Netflix tested a new way to suggest shows by turning your viewing history into plain sentences and letting a language model read them. Early tests showed better suggestions than the old system that relied on thousands of handmade rules about what people like. The model looks at the story of what you watched and guesses what you might enjoy next, the same way it might finish a sentence you started. It is still early, but it shows how the same tools that chat with you are starting to power everyday apps you already use. Public surveys show many people feel uneasy about AI in general. Yet those same people often have a favorite chatbot they turn to regularly. It is like complaining about social media while still scrolling every night. Opinions and actual behavior do not always match. A tech observer noticed his 20-year-old nieces, who are not into coding, already use a live voice version of Chatgpt as a daily confidant. They talk to it about normal life stuff the way earlier generations might have texted a friend. It shows how fast these tools are moving from tech toy to normal part of growing up. That's it for today. Remember, every AI expert started exactly where you are right now. If something we talked about today made you curious, go try it. That's literally how learning works. Stay curious, keep experimenting, and we'll see you tomorrow. And if you'd rather watch than listen, find us on YouTube at Nera Network. Links in the show notes. And before you go, this show is part of the Nera Network, a family of daily podcasts on tech, science, and markets. Each one a short, sharp briefing you can finish on the commute. If today earned its place in your feed, here's your next listen. SpaceX Daily, the daily companion for following SpaceX as a public company, from Starship to the stock ticker. Find every show free at neronetwork.com. The age of AI puts real builders on the phone with an AI host. Apply at neronetwork.com. Age of AI apply. This episode used AI voice synthesis of my voice. Editorial selection and analysis are my own.